talk about the WWE event Royal Rumble going down this weekend. We are officially on the road to WrestleMania. And like I say, I need to be very, very impressed with this run. With the whole Netflix situation going on from Royal Rumble, you got Saturday night main event going down. I am recording before Saturday night main event. So there's some implications that could happen to change the trajectory of the Royal Rumble that I'm going to talk about as well. But nonetheless, I need to be very, very intrigued because I haven't been locked in a while in terms of like storylines and where could this go and where could that go. You got WrestleMania in Vegas this year. I'm sure they're going to try to do big things, and we just need to enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. So last night on Smackdown, it was made official. The Smackdown Tag Team Titles will be on the line at Royal Rumble. I think this is the first time Tag Team Titles been on the line for a Triple H PLE, either for the first time or in a very, very long time. I want to say for the first time, the Smackdown titles have been on the line, tag titles. We got DIY, who are the champions, going up against the Motor City Machine Guns. Best 2 out of 3 falls match. You know what I'm saying? It is the Royal Rumble. Like I said, you got the men's and the women's. That's going to take up a lot of time. So I think the card is pretty set. Plus now with this best 2 out of 3 falls, that's going to take a good bit of time. So I'm guessing the card is set at only 4 matches. But with this tag title match, like I said last week, it's been a lot going on with the SmackDown tag team division. I know Pretty Deadly been in the midst. Escobar, his crew, of course, DIY, who the champs, Motor City Machine Guns, who the former champs when they made their debut. I think they won like in 3 matches, the tag titles. But I think DIY is going to retain because I think Escobar, his crew, is going to get involved. I think Pretty Deadly is going to get involved. And DIY, with this heel turn that they doing, I think DIY is going to escape with the tag titles. It's going to be great to see Motor City Machine Guns, Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley, TNA legends on the WWE PLE event. That's going to be dope to see. But I think DIY is going to retain. So I'm intrigued to see how it goes. Like I said, best 2 out of 3 falls. They're definitely trying to kill some time on this PLE event clock. But I think DIY is going to retain the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Also, for the Undisputed Championship, we got Cody Rhodes, champion, going up against Kevin Owens in a ladder match. And when it comes to this feud, it's been going on for months. I really appreciate them dragging it out because I think the biggest thing people wanted for this year road to WrestleMania, just keep Cody away from the bloodline stuff. We've seen it for about 2-3 years now. Just move on from it. And after this feud with Kevin Owens, I'm thinking Cody Rhodes is going to retain in the ladder match. I think they're going to set up Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. Now, would that mean Randy Orton wins the Royal Rumble match? You got to stay tuned for my prediction about that. But I think because, if I'm not mistaken, Randy Orton been out for a while due to a Kevin Owens attack, right? So Kevin Owens attacked Cody Rhodes with the quote-unquote fan footage. And then he did something similar to Randy Orton, and Randy Orton been out for a while. Randy Orton, who has history with Cody Rhodes with the Legacy group and all that back in the day. But for a minute there, every time Cody and Randy Orton came across each other, like before, I want to say before the summertime, when Cody obviously won the belt off Roman Reigns at last year WrestleMania, when him and Randy Orton came across each other, Randy will always like just look at the belt. Like, take a peek at the belt. And Randy is an elder statesman now. And, of course, you know, with Randy being Randy Orton, he wants that title one more time, of course. So he always looked at the belt with Cody, and we always knew it was going to happen, but they never really went along with it. I thought they could have did it right after maybe Cody and Kevin Owens' second match against each other. Like, okay, move on. Let him go to Randy next and whoop-de-whoop. But maybe they try to set it up for a Royal Rumble. Maybe they try to set it up for WrestleMania. Because I do not want to see Cody Roman 3. Is it dollars involved with it? Of course, but I don't think a lot of the fan base want to see that. Like WrestleMania 39, you had Roman win. Last year WrestleMania, you had the epic conclusion with Cody winning, everybody coming from the back and all that. I think that's it. You don't need to do a part 3. I know it sounds great, Cody Roman 3 at WrestleMania. It sounds great, but I think a majority of the fan base just don't want to see it. You know what I'm saying? So I won't be mad if they do Cody versus Randy at WrestleMania. But in terms of this ladder match, I am intrigued because I don't look at Cody nor Kevin Owens as the typical ladder match guys. But I am tired of Falls Count Anywhere, No Holds Barred. I am tired of those matches, so I'm not mad at a ladder match. It could make for a very intriguing finish. I would like to see what type of moves these two come up with in a ladder match. Like, how crazy do they go for this type of match? So I'm very intrigued to see how it goes. But I got Cody Rhodes retaining. And like I said, we'll see what the result of the Royal Rumble, how Cody Rhodes' WrestleMania will look this year as champ. Now let's talk about the Royal Rumble matches, starting with the women's. In terms of the women's division, they have added the mid-card titles to both Raw and SmackDown. Raw has the Intercontinental Championship. I think Lyra Valkyria has that. SmackDown has the United States title with Chelsea Green. SmackDown Women's Champ, we got Tiffany Stratton, who cashed in on Nia Jax, so now she's the champ on SmackDown. And Raw, we got Rhea Ripley. So what I'm looking forward to most in the women's Royal Rumble match are returns. It's been a lot of women, top-tier women, in the women division who's been out for a while. First, Charlotte Flair. She's been doing promos, packages. She's returning during the Royal Rumble match. She's the most decorated women's athlete in wrestling in the history, I believe, and this coming from a person who grew up watching Trish Stratus and Lita and Victoria and Molly Holly and Ivory, Chyna, all these women throughout the years, Jacqueline, all these women throughout the years. But when that bell ring, Charlotte Flair go crazy. Charlotte Flair goes absolutely crazy. So she's returning. Jade Cargill. And my guess is that when Jade Cargill returns in the Royal Rumble match, both Bianca and Naomi will be in the ring, and then we'll find out who probably attacked Jade Cargill. I think that's what she's going to aim for when she gets in the ring, because we're guessing it's either Naomi or Bianca. I think a majority of people are probably thinking Naomi, but that Jade Bianca, just putting them on a poster together versus each other, depending on how much progress Jade Cargill has made in ring. Granted, it looks great, these two women going up against each other, but once again, when that bell ring, Bianca is light years ahead of Jade Cargill in that aspect. So I'm guessing when she enters the Royal Rumble match, she probably will aim for whoever attacked her, or they might drag it out to where it's like how Triple H and Shawn Michaels did all those years ago, where they show footage from that night who actually attacked her, and it is like she watching it, and then they show it, and then she turn around, and it's probably like Bianca or something, and we'll probably have a heel turn from Bianca or Naomi. So we'll see where that goes. But Jade Cargill, I'm guessing she's going to return as well. Also, Asuka and Kairi Sane been ducked off for a minute from Damage Control. So I'm guessing them two will make their return. And Becky Lynch. These are women, Charlotte Flair, Jade Cargill, Asuka, Kairi Sane, and Becky Lynch. These are top-tier women in the women's division who've been gone for a good while. And you can tell their absence has been felt. On the Raw side of things, the whole Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, that played its course. It's time to move on from that. On SmackDown, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, you've been holding on to that for a good bit of the ending of 2024. You finally got the payoff with that. But it's time to get things back going in the women's division. I'm tired of seeing just the same women week to week. Like, where's not Piper Niven, she with Chelsea Green. Where's from the Wyatt Six, Nikki Cross? Like, the Wyatt Six been ducked off for a while, so I'm guessing Nikki Cross is going to return as well in the Royal Rumble. Like, let's get things going, Triple H. Come on now. Who will get those moments in the Royal Rumble match? Like, when they come in, they're like a house on fire, as JR say, do big moves and whoop-de-whoop. I think this probably goes without question, I think the NXT girls are going to have a great showing in the Royal Rumble match. Because that's the whole reason for this. We got the whole, what they said on SmackDown, it's the transfer period. Hey, look, man, somebody who grew up watching the Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression Era and all that, the draft and the transferring people on both shows. And look, man, just have everybody going everywhere at this point. Because the draft, that don't last long. Now you got people moving from Raw to SmackDown. Of course, with this whole Netflix situation going on, I'm guessing they had to be like, hey, we probably want these guys over here, these guys over here. So the draft doesn't even matter no more. Got Damian Priest showed up on SmackDown, Rhea Ripley. Come on, dog. So I'm guessing in the Royal Rumble match, we will see some NXT women get the spotlight shown on them, and possibly some who will go to Raw or SmackDown very, very soon. So I'm looking for that to happen. And my prediction for the women's Royal Rumble match, as cliche as it sounds, I got Charlotte Flair winning. I don't see anybody else right now to where I'm like, yeah, they about to get that push. So I'm going to go with Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair returns and win the Royal Rumble match. Now, with the men's Royal Rumble match, I can't think of too many people returning. I'm sure we're going to have some shocking interest. Like I said, with the whole TNA agreement going on with NXT, I'm guessing we're going to get some TNA guys, Joe Hendry. I would love to see Dolph Ziggler come back under his new name in TNA, and I would love to see that. I'm sure Trick Williams from NXT, he was going to be an entry. Who else? What's my guy? I can't think of his name, though. The NXT champion, the big black dude. I'm guessing he's going to be in there as well. But I can't think of too many people returning for the men's side. But I'm thinking it's going to be more NXT and TNA guys as well. Who will get moments? Trick Williams. I think Trick Williams is going to have a great showing in the Royal Rumble match, especially if you're trying to bring him up to the main roster. Him and Carmelo Hayes may have a good back and forth. That'll be dope with their history. Newly signed Penta from AEW. I think he's going to have a great showing. I would love to see a destroyer happen on the side of the ring like he used to do in AEW and eliminate somebody. I would love to see that. So I think Penta going to go crazy. If he's in the Royal Rumble match, I think Jacob Fatu is going to have a great showing. John Cena, who's last year as a professional wrestler, he's retiring. This is glory run to end it all. I think he's going to have a great showing in the Royal Rumble match. And my boy Chad Gable. Man. Yeah, you taking the losses and all that, but I think Chad Gable's going to have a great Royal Rumble showing. And storylines, like I say, this is a jam-packed Royal Rumble event on the men's side of things. It could plant seeds for possible WrestleMania matches. And like I said, we do got Saturday night main event going down tonight. I am recording before that. We got Gunther going up against Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship match. Me personally, I think Gunther should win it. When it comes to Jey Uso, I understand fan popularity. I understand you got the greatest entrance in the wrestling world today. I understand the merch is selling crazy. But at the end of the day, when that bell ring, Gunther is light years ahead of Jey Uso. Jey Uso, man, it's super kick, dive, super kick, dive. If Jey Uso were to beat Gunther at Saturday Night Main Event, he probably have it until Elimination Chamber. I cannot see Jey Uso going into WrestleMania with the World Heavyweight title. It's just the moveset. It's the moveset. And I think in the Royal Rumble match, if Jey Uso don't beat Gunther, I think it'll set up a Usos versus New Day match eventually. I don't know if it's going to be at WrestleMania, Elimination Chamber, Raw on Netflix. I don't know. But I believe from now until April, we will see the New Day versus the Usos yet again. It's been a while. It's been a long time since we've seen New Day versus the Usos. But I think we're going to get that before or during WrestleMania. You can guarantee that. Roman Reigns, who's had a crazy history in the Royal Rumble match. That year he won and everybody booed him. The Rock came out, everybody still booed him. I think Roman Reigns would be the go-to to win, but he probably has the biggest question mark in terms of his road to WrestleMania. Because it's easy to say Roman Cody 3. And like I said, I don't think we need Roman Cody 3 at WrestleMania, personally. And this is somebody who enjoy Roman Reigns. But that'd be a little bit too obvious for me. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, with the Raw Netflix premiere with The Rock, the way he came out, is he even involved in everything still? Excuse me. If The Rock is not involved and we don't probably get Roman at WrestleMania, maybe they do Cody Roman 3. So we'll see where it goes. CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Drew McIntyre. Something tells me we're going to get a triple threat match with those three very soon. It just makes sense at this point. They all hate each other. Throw them all in the ring. Let's figure out who's going to win. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen Elimination Chamber, WrestleMania, or what, but I think those three will probably be, when they get down to like the last 10, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre will still be involved in the match. Maybe the last 5, those three will still be involved in the match. We'll see. Like I said earlier with Penta, I wonder will we ever get Penta versus like Dominic Mysterio. I feel like I haven't seen Dominic wrestle in a while. I think we might get Dominic and Penta with a good back and forth in the Royal Rumble match as well. And like I said before, New Day, Usos. There's a lot of things that can happen with these men Royal Rumble match. And if Gunther does so happen to lose to Jey Uso and Gunther doesn't have the belt at Royal Rumble, Gunther is winning the Royal Rumble match. That's my prediction. If Gunther loses the belt against Jey Uso, Gunther is winning the Royal Rumble match. And if Gunther is not in the Royal Rumble match, I think CM Punk will win. So I got CM Punk if Gunther's not in it, but if Gunther in it, I got Gunther winning. I started to say Randy Orton because of the whole Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes storyline. But something tells me they got to throw a curveball with this Royal Rumble match. And would you say, well, Randy Orton returns, he win? The only thing is, I think Randy Orton already won 2. I think this is going to be the year somebody has to win for the first time. That's my whole thing with this. I think somebody got to win for the first time the Royal Rumble match. This can't be your second. So Roman, Randy Orton. I can't remember if Seth Rollins won one before. I know Drew McIntyre definitely, of course. I can't remember if Seth Rollins won the Royal Rumble before. But I'm going with either Gunther or CM Punk. That's my prediction. So my predictions for the Royal Rumble event: Smackdown Tag Team Titles, 2 out of 3 falls match, DIY going up against Motor City Machine Guns. I got DIY retaining. Undisputed Championship match, Cody Rhodes going up against Kevin Owens. In the ladder match, I got Cody Rhodes retaining. Women's Royal Rumble match, I got Charlotte Flair winning. And the men's Royal Rumble match, Gunther, if he doesn't have the belt, I got Gunther winning. But if not, I got CM Punk winning. And those are my predictions.